Not a soul on earth hasn't heard of Starbucks, the largest coffee chain in the world. But get this, Howard Schultz, the man who once led Starbucks as its CEO, grew up dirt poor, scraping by just to make ends meet. Times got so hard he even had to sell his own blood a few times. This is the incredible journey of Howard Schultz, a guy who went from barely surviving in poverty to turning Starbucks into a whopping $100 billion empire. He was just a young dreamer who never gave up, and that's exactly why you shouldn't throw in the towel either. Howard Schultz was born into a really poor family. They lived in a small one-bedroom apartment that was part of public housing. His dad was an army vet who drove trucks and didn't make much money. When Howard was just 7, his dad slipped on ice and broke his leg while delivering diapers. He lost his job because of that. With no health insurance and no money saved up, times were really tough for the family. Howard never forgot seeing his dad on the couch, looking sad and defeated. That moment stuck with him and shaped his life. To get away from all the problems, Howard would sit on the stairs in his building and dream of a better life. He was good at football in high school and got a scholarship to go to college, but he didn't want to stick with sports. He decided to study communications instead to pay for college. He took out student loans and worked all sorts of odd jobs. A few times, he even had to sell his blood to get by. After he got his college degree, Howard found work at a ski lodge and also tried his hand at being a salesman. But deep down, he had his sights set on Starbucks. At that time, Starbucks was just a small place with 3 owners, and they were only selling coffee beans, not the fancy drinks we know today. Howard was so keen to work there that he spent an entire year trying to persuade the owners to hire him. Finally, at the age of 29, his persistence paid off, and he landed a job at Starbucks. Not long after, Howard went on a business trip to Italy. There, he stepped into a local coffee shop and was completely blown away. It wasn't just about the coffee, it was the whole experience. The owners knew their customers so well, they even called them by their first names when handing them their coffee. This was a light bulb moment for Howard. Riding high on his new inspiration, Howard flew back to the US and tried to sell the Starbucks owners on these amazing new ideas. He thought it could really change the game for Starbucks. But they weren't having any of it. They turned him down flat. Feeling stuck, but still full of ideas, Howard made a big decision. He quit his job at Starbucks and decided to start his own coffee shop, which he named Aisle Journal. But there was a big hurdle. Money, or rather the lack of it. Over the next year, Howard talked to a staggering 242 people, trying to get them to invest in his vision. And guess what? 217 of them said no. It was a tough pill to swallow, hearing no over and over again. But Howard wasn't the type to throw in the towel. He kept at it, and eventually, he found enough people who believed in his dream to invest in it. And that's how he got the ball rolling. Howard poured his heart and soul into opening his first coffee shop, aiming to recreate that magical experience he had in Italy. After a few years of hard work, a twist of fate came his way. Starbucks went bankrupt. Seizing the opportunity, Howard bought the company and stepped in as the new CEO. He decided to rebrand his own shop under the Starbucks name and started expanding it all over the US. Fast forward to today, and Starbucks has a jaw-dropping 30,000 stores globally and is worth over $100 billion. Talk about a rags to riches story. And Howard has some real talk for you. Look, in life, it's easy to point fingers and feel sorry for yourself. But at the end of the day, you're the one who's got to take charge of your own life. I think life is full of close calls. What we often call luck is really about grabbing opportunities and taking responsibility for your own future. It's about seeing possibilities that others don't, and going for it. I'm here today because I dared to dream big, even when people told me it was impossible. I can't give you a magic formula for success, but I can tell you that starting from zero and achieving your dreams is totally doable. Waiting for the perfect time will get you nowhere. The goods. You can make a choice to take control today. Trust me, a year from now, you'll wish you had started today. So, what's holding you back? What's your story? Alright folks, that wraps up the incredible journey of Howard Schultz. A man who went from selling his blood to survive to running a $100 billion coffee empire. If that doesn't inspire you to chase your dreams, I don't know what will. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear more amazing stories like this one, do me a favor, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe, so you won't miss out on any of our future content. Remember, a year from now, you'll wish you had started today. So why wait? Go chase those dreams. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.